And then there's a guy named Amos. I love this guy, Amos. Years ago, I had a prophet speak over to me that I was going to be like an Amos. I had read through it, but think about this. Here is this man. He is a prophet called to prophesy to the northern kingdom, but he lived in the southern kingdom, which was Judah. So he was from the tribe of Judah. He wrote a book of the Bible. These people wrote books of the Bible, folks. Okay? So who was this guy Amos? He had to be a priest. No, he was not a priest. He introduces himself in Amos 1:1. And in Amos 1:1, he says this, I am a shepherd from Tekoa. Now that word shepherd is actually a very poor translation. It's only used twice in the entire Bible. And what that word shepherd means is it actually means master sheep breeder. Only twice is that Hebrew word used in the Bible. The second time that it's used is to describe a man named King Mesa who used to tithe the wool of 150,000 sheep to King Solomon. And it was said of King Mesa that he had 750,000 sheep. Now the rabbis have no trouble accepting the fact that Amos was a business guy and a landholder. They have no trouble accepting that. So you go on a little further in the book of Amos, and in Amos chapter 7, he's going and he's prophesying to the northern kingdom about the judgment of God that was going to come on that nation for their idolatry and for their unrighteous commercial practices. How about that? If you think God does not care about business, you got another thing. And you say, well, where does it say that? It says that in it says that in Amos chapter 8. And you can read the vision of summer fruit. You can read that. But in Amos chapter 7, he is confronted by the high priest of Bethel, the high priest who is close to King Jeroboam. And Amos confronts him, and this guy's name is Amaziah, and Amaziah tells Amos, hey, yeah, you're just a humble shepherd, get out of here, go back and, we're prosperous, we don't need your help. And Amos says this, I am not a prophet. And what he meant by that is, in order to be a prophet in those days, you had to go to the schools of the prophet. So you had to be trained to be a prophet. Well, in order to be a prophet in the northern kingdom, you had to pay a license fee. And guess who got the license fee? The high priest Amaziah. So Amos says, I am not a prophet, neither am I the son of a prophet. He didn't inherit a prophetic ministry from his father. He said, but the Lord God has called me to prophesy to this people. So here you have a businessman with no seminary training who's called to be a prophet. And scholars say that the book of Amos is the finest Hebrew of any of the minor prophets, and therefore they deduce that he must have been an educated man. So he's a businessman who's a prophet who does not have seminary training, and he's educated. So you have no excuse.